Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? It's your man Tay Sweat here once again with another STB Market Watch. Now, I'm a little late for Money Monday because we had a class Sunday night. Ran over because it was so lit. It was supposed to be an hour class. We ended up doing like 2.5 hours. Um, Everybody who showed up, they loved it. They were like, "No, keep going, Tay. I know you're supposed to do an hour, but keep going." So it ran over a little bit, which of course it kind of like spilled into my time to do the market watch for Monday. So I got a little time now. It's like 9 p.m. I got a little time. It's still Monday. Let's knock one out, right? So I want to do that for a few reasons. One, of course, I want to talk about the switch of accounts that we're going to be doing because we have a challenge coming up. I'm super excited to talk about that. Number two, we got a lot of new people in the Discord, the paid Discord alerts group. I want to make sure everybody knows what's up. Break some stocks down or break the stock that we're trading down, and ultimately just kind of give a little insight on how to get started with your brokerage account. Because a lot of people ask me, what do you think I should do? My thing is, if you're a beginner, go to Robinhood. It's the easiest thing you can do. It's no, more complicated than opening a bank account, like online, right? You need a little banking information. As a matter of fact, if you have a bank, you just go in, you log in, you sign up with Robinhood. They'll tell you to pick which bank that you have. You sign in using your online banking, passcode and everything, connect the bank, and then you're pretty much ready to go, right? Of course, if you want to trade options, you do have to go in and apply for level 2 options trading. But other than that, you should be good to go and we can start learning. All right. Because the hardest part about this is not opening your brokerage account. The hardest part is charting and understanding where the stock is going to go and how soon it's going to get there. Right. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to break down a few things, like I said, about this next challenge coming up. Of course, I got to take you to the public portfolio in which I'm about to kind of put in the background. I won't check this one every week because we're about to start this challenge. So let's go to the public portfolio first and I'll explain everything. All right. So now that we're here in the public portfolio, as you see, I just want to bring up, people are probably wondering, hey, what are you doing with this account? Today is the 14th. This is the year-to-date profits, right? Here are all of the trades, right, that were taken. Like I said, I hadn't really been trading this account much, so it's not a lot of trades actually for 7 months, 8 months. It's not a lot of trades because keep in mind, I didn't start trading this account this year. I use it as a trading account, but I hadn't traded this account this year until about May. So I just had some little money sitting over there. So I started trading, and we're up, $10,700 since essentially May this year. Okay, so that's what we have. So we got 42,000 in there. Right now we're currently down 10K because I'm waiting on some plays to pop. And I'll just, we'll check on this maybe quarterly where I'll bring it up just to show you. Yeah, it's still growing because I know I got a hater out there. They're going like, you're stopping it because you started losing money. No, we're up. The reason why we're going to switch the Money Monday, basically the public, quote unquote, public profile or public account, is because I just started a Traders Challenge. What is it about? Let's talk about it. So this is my Robinhood. All right. I started a Robinhood. And basically what I did is I said, listen, because the people in the trading community, when I say the people, I mean anybody who's not a teacher, because the people are skeptical of pretty much every trader we got out there, right? We don't, people don't know who to trust. People don't know who's real, who's fake, who's doing what they're saying they're doing, who's not, who's scamming pretty much, right? So I said, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a platform that doesn't allow or doesn't have the option to paper trade. Robinhood. There's no paper trading platform over here. So what you see is what you get, right? Number two, I want to go somewhere that the average regular Joe Blow off the street would understand. So doing an E-Trade or doing a futures account, something like that, it's going to be too complicated. But for the average person who's spectating and who's looking to get started and who's looking to see who's real and who's fake when it comes to teaching, they are going to understand Robinhood the most. So I said, okay, all of my teachers and gurus, and I put it up on my Instagram, right? I put up the post on my Instagram, and feel free to tag your favorite gurus on this post on YouTube. But I put it on Instagram and I said, hey, I want to propose a challenge amongst all of your favorite or even your questionable stock traders, stock gurus, whether they long-term trade, short-term trade, whatever it is. We're going to run a challenge. What we're going to do is everybody's going to open up a Robinhood account. They're going to put in $50,000, right? Since everybody should be big dogs, all the teachers. So we're going to put in 50K, and we're going to see who can trade and make the most percentage wise over the course of a year, right? Now, pretty much every trader that I know of that's pretty, good or pretty big, let's say that, who's pretty knowledgeable and who's pretty big, who people know, every trader was tagged in this multiple times, right? Every one of them. Every one of them that I know, including Forex, including, other things. And I said, listen, we can trade, over here, you can only trade options and shares. So I said, I don't care what you trade over here, as long as you stick to, the Robinhood platform, $50,000, that's going to make it the easiest to track. It's going to be the easiest for the average Joe Blow to understand. And it should be really good for me. If you think about it, in my mind, for me, the way I see it, this would be really, really good publicity for the real traders. Like if you really trade for real and you know what you're doing, and you come over here and you smoke half of the people, everybody's going to look at you as the savior. Like, okay, that's whose program I need to buy, right? So it's kind of like it's a win-win if you really know what you're doing. But unfortunately, everybody who's been called out, tagged in the post multiple times, for the most part, not many people are showing up to the challenge. So I'm already, I'm in. I said, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get a head start. I put 50K in. I'm not gonna lie, I put some money to work, just a little something. I'm already up $2,000. But we officially will start in about a week. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just putting some money to work because I don't like money sitting. So I put my 50K over in my Robinhood account. We're already up. But I'm not going to count that towards the, for anybody who's like, oh, you're trying to get a head start. No, we'll start it. We'll know to start it at September, and we'll look at it, September to September. So whatever I'm making right now won't be included in there, right? So anyway, I put my 50K in just to show, like, look, I'm ready to go. I'm started. I wanted to, I wanted to put my money where my mouth is. So I'm like, look, let's go on and jump out there, right? A couple people who we got signed up and committed already. Trade and Travel, Miss Trade and Travel, Terry. Of course, y'all know I rock with Terry. She's one of the real traders that I definitely know she's doing what she says she does, because I've sat down with her and we've talked about, we go back and forth about what we're doing in our trading journey and what we're doing with our strategy. We talk about some of our position sizing, right? When you talk to a person and they're like, oh yeah, I made my first $1 million day, right? We talk about that. Like, that person's a trader for real, right? So yeah, Terry's a trader for real. So I'm super excited to have her over. Tall Guy Tycoon, you may know some of you may know who that is. He signed up. We got a few other people. We got a couple people that backed out, unfortunately. But it's just part of it, right? So we're gonna see who's showing up. And at the end of it all, we're going to say, hey, everybody had a chance to sign up for this thing and show up. If they didn't, then why do you think that is? If you are who you say you are, if you're as good as you say you are, what benefit do you have for not being here? Like, if I'm good and I know I'm going to smoke the competition, why wouldn't I show up? Because it's good publicity. It's good for your programs. It's good for your coaching. It's good for your courses. It's good for everything, for people to actually look at you and say, you the people's champ. But a lot of people didn't show up. So, hey, I don't know why that is. I mean, we know why it is. But for the people who got tagged, some people didn't get tagged. I was looking for some other big dogs. Some people don't know some of these traders that I know that are real traders. Some people didn't tag David right? David and I traded together for a while on the same trading team. Some people didn't trade tag Lucci, right? Saying Lucci. I know Lucci is legit. Like I said, it's a fellow Puerto Rico, citizen with me. He lives not too far from me. I know some real traders, and they didn't get tagged, which I'm surprised, right? I'm surprised they didn't get tagged, but they're not as well known as the Trading Travels, the Wall Street Trappers, Tay Sweats, things like that. They're not as known um, by a lot of people. So that could be what it is. So I'm going to be looking for some of you all. If you want to tag some of them, I'm open to bringing them in as well, right? It's open to the public. If you're a fucking hater and you comment in the messages about how, oh, you suck at trading, you bring your ass in this challenge too. We'll smoke your ass too. So everybody can get it. Bring it on. All right. So yeah, that's what's going on. Like I said, we got the Robinhood. So this is what we're going to be checking on now. Every Monday, we'll just check and see where this is. Okay. So this is going to be the new public account as we monitor the trading challenge. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and check out the charts for the day, for the week. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what am I looking at? Where am I expecting us to go, et cetera, especially for my new people inside of the Discord. Right. So let's check it out. All right. So I'm going to use the SPX instead of the SPY because my SPY is just ugly looking as far as all of the lines that I have on it. And I'm not even talking about, if you want to see, I'm not even talking about like, this is what I mean. So these are my alerts. So to keep it clean, I'm just going to stay over here. Okay. So where do I see us going? What's going on with this? What count do we have here? All of that good stuff, right? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So I'm gonna kind of shrink this down and see what count we currently have. I'm personally saying this looks like a wave 4. So here's my count. You all know I like my Elliott wave. So I like this as wave 1, wave 2. This is going to be, let's see, 1, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, right? So this is wave 3. All of this looks like wave 3. This looks like a nice wave 4, right? Nice wave 4. So if that is a wave 4, then we know, let's see, if this is the bottom of wave 4, right? Let's do a little quick math. Boom. Actually, no, that was the right way. Let's go this way. If this is wave 4, boom. What we know is that potentially from the bottom of wave 4, we have a 1.0 move, but as high as a 1.6, right? For wave 5. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to see if this is what this is, right? Because once again, they can change. They can change. The other thing that I could see is that this could be wave 1, wave 2. This could have been 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3. Then that could have been wave 4, right? Wave 4, wave 5, as high as here. So one or two things that's happening. Number one, this is wave 3, this 4 is wave 3, and then this is a wave 4. Or, and the only way we're going to be able to tell is once we see the retracement of this, right? It'll let me know. So I have 2 different counts, and that's, when it comes to Elliott wave, that's just how you have to do it. It's usually going to give you like 2 or 3 counts. Now, if my other count is playing out 1, 2, like I said, this is 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, and like I said, this would continue. This would continue this 5 of 3 because that would be this so 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, right? And then wave 4, and then we would go up wave 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3, somewhere up here, 4, 5 of 5. right? So what I can see happening is this could potentially be a wave A. So now what I'm going to be looking for is a move up to about that 61%, which that would make sense. So let's look at it, okay? Because this is how it works. So what we're going to be looking for now is about a 61% or 50 to 61% retracement, because that's where it likes to go. So let's blow this up, see what we got. All right, so here we go. From the bottom, we can see a potential for a 50% retracement. All right, I'm going to turn that green, like my lines to be green, or a 61% retracement. All right, so somewhere in there. This is what I can expect. Now, I'm going to know for sure that this is a wave A. When I see us past that 61, it's going to be trying to take this out. Once we take that out, I'm pretty certain that's a wave 5, and then we'll look for A, B, C down. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be looking for here as we go through everything. So for me, I like this move back to about that 61. I'd say 50 to 61%. And the reason why I like that is because watch this. So I'm going to take this away. Right? What I'm going to do now is take this away. Boom. Watch this. Here's a gap right in here. Oh, gap, gappity gap. Bingo. So the gap is going to act as resistance, as it has already. So look at that. Resistance, stepped in early, resistance. So we could potentially get back to a 50% retracement, which would give us same, we got some sellers sitting right here. These are sellers, all right? So we can get up here and get his head knocked off at 50%, or we can get a little bit higher at that 61% range and get our head, get the head knocked off again, right? Now, where will we fall? I see buyer, there's a buyer zone down here, and I got a guaranteed area that needs to get hit right about here. Wow. Well, tell you why does that need to get hit? Because that, my friends, is yet another gap. All right. So that right in there. So look at that. Support, 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 support right in this gap. This gap is trying to close. And I can tell you within the next, probably within the next month or so, that gap is gonna close. It's gonna be real close. And the reason why I say that, so these buyers have been taken out in that candle. So yeah, I think we can get down here and close this gap. So I'm expecting this gap to get closed here in the next, I'd say 3 weeks, maybe. Right. More people inside of the Discord, y'all know what's up. So anyway, this is what I'm seeing. We'll close that gap. Once we close that gap, we do have buyers here as high as even on the daily chart, right? So yeah, you got buyers on the daily chart all the way down to all the way down to here, really. So we got buyers to deal with all the way down into here. So so I like it. I definitely like it. It's gonna be a nice move when we get down there. I'll be looking to buy it up, I'll be buying that up. So what I'm going to be looking for now is, like I said, a move up to potentially here. That'll let me know, especially if we get stopped and get a move back down, that'll let me know what's up. That'll definitely let me know what's up. Okay. So a move up to here will be roughly about that 452 range on the SPY. And I'm giving you like a ish. It should be the same as you look right here. So look, 4489. Look at this, 4481. So it's not too far off, right? It's not too far off. So once again, I'd say if you move a decimal point back, that's what, $8 off, right? So if we're $8 off and we get up here for the SPY, we're going to be around 45.37, right? 45.37 with $8 off. And then if you move that decimal point up, it'll be 453, right? Which if you've been in the Discord, that's one of my targets that we're looking for. So once again, that's where I can see us going to the 61%. What I'm going to be looking for now is, because we're still in the downtrend, you got to break this downtrend, All right. So what I'm going to be looking for now, other than us filling this gap, because this gap has been, we have been given permission to close this gap. So price action has told me this gap's ready to close. So I know that's coming. So I'm going to delete that. So we know that that's coming, right? However, you cannot forget this, right? We have to keep in mind that, yes, we still like to trade in ranges, right? So this was a range we were trading in earlier. I'm actually going to give it here, right? So look at this. Resistance, support, support, support. Keep in mind. So now we're going to talk about it just a little bit. There's already, plenty of education on the YouTube channel for y'all to go through. On my YouTube channel, I've already done this. You need 3 or more candlesticks or their wicks to touch a line for it to be a solid trend line, right? So we have 1, 2, technically 2, 3 resistance, 4 support, 5 support, 6 is not touching, but it's close. I'd give it 7, 8, 9. So we got 3 or more. That's all I need is 3 or more. That's it, right? So we have those 3. I also like this right in here, maybe. Okay. Because look at that resistance. And if I take it back this way, it probably tries to touch these. So you got resistance, support early. They stepped in early, but they're still showing support. So it's 1, 2, 3, resistance, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So these are our ranges. Okay. So what does that mean? That means until we break this line, we ain't going up here yet. We got to break this line. All right. So what's more than likely going to happen, because you got sellers right here, you got sellers or resistance right here, that's going to make sense for it to fall back down. Okay. So what I'm going to be looking for, once again, we have taken out market structure with 1, 2, 3. So price action is telling us it wants to go a little bit higher, which I'm okay with, right? Once it gets here, I'm going to be looking to, maybe take another position. So what we can see, or what we will wait to see happen, is this. Boom, and then a potential move back down to here, right? That can take us anywhere between the 16th and the 18th. Now, what is that price getting us? Once again, we come back over here and look for that gap. And what we can do, see, now what I'm doing is showing you all how to find time. When can we come in and close this gap? Well, here you go. This is where it intersects. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be that. That's the 15th. That's tomorrow. That means we'd have to have a crazy fall tomorrow, right? I'm not expecting that. But what we can start to look at is where it intersects here. We can start to look at other potential. So here, 18. That could be possibility. However, I'm getting a signal already that's saying we're getting set up. I don't think it's ready yet, but we're getting set up for near-term, short-term market bottom. Right? Market bottom. Could this be it? Could be. I personally think we're going to take out some stops. I think they're coming to pick up some liquidity. We'll come down and then we'll take off. So I don't think the market bottom is here. I think we're going to pull back a little bit more, pick up some liquidity. Then that'll signify our market bottom, and then we'll take off. Right? Once again, where's the takeoff point? I have plenty of area. Okay, plenty of area for takeoff. It's not what I meant to do. Nope. So I got plenty of area for takeoff. We got that, like I said, that 60 to 51% retracement. I'm going to be looking to take that out. And if this does turn into an ABC, it's probably going to do it first, B up, C down, and then we'll take off for that next 5-wave structure higher. Right? So that's what we see there. Let's look at more of a macro view, maybe on the daily chart. All right, I'm going to erase that. And this will pretty much give us a better macro view. So if we really look at it, I actually like this right in, I want to say here maybe. Let me double check. Hold on, because I got a few that I like here. So I definitely like this one. There's so many touching this, right? I like that, right? Resistance, 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 got above, support, 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 right? So that's one. And what I'm doing is I'm only mapping out. I do this a lot, right? And a lot of traders do this when we like to map out the arena of where things can move, right? Based on, previous price action. I like this. So here's my arena. And the reason why I'm doing is I'm showing you where we can bounce up and down inside of, right? So if somebody's like, can we go higher? Based on the last, 8 months? That's October 2022. So based on the last 8 months, this has been our arena. This is the arena. So that's all I'm trying to show. That's it. This has been our arena since last October. It just bounces in here. So until we take this thing out, right? Until we take this thing out, either to the downside or to the upside, I'm going to be looking for this arena to be followed. I know where to play inside of, right? So that's what I'm doing with this. Just for anybody who's wondering, Taylor, why did you draw that? I'm trying to find the arena for us to play inside of. Where has this thing been playing inside of over the last, like I said, year pretty much? Because we in August going in September. So October, that's a year's range. We've been ranging in this arena for a year. So you have to be mindful of that. I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. But what I'm telling you is that's your arena, and you cannot ignore that. I don't care what you do. People are like, oh, tape reading is the God. That's fine. You still got to be mindful of this damn range. Like people are, oh, Fibonacci. I don't care. You got to be mindful of this range. You got to. You just absolutely have to. Okay. So that being said, once again, this is my range that I'm going to be looking for. Me personally, I am expecting us to make it as low as here, somewhere on this line. So it'll probably take it till September to get there, but I do expect maybe even a slight move out in like that 42.30-ish range. And then I do think we'll probably head back up. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is gonna get followed continuously. Um, once we get down, I do think it's gonna play back out. And the reason why I say that, I have some buyers down here that are gonna buy this shit up as soon as it makes it down. So look at this. We got here. We got buyers up here. So yeah, I got buyers in this range right in here. So I personally think that, if we look back, look, it's the same thing. So there's a buy zone. Remember, once it gets above the area, because see, these were sellers. It's a sell zone, right? Because we were underneath. Every time it came up here, look, sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off. Because this range right here, from about here to about up here, this was a seller's range, right? So once you got underneath these bad boys right in here, so really underneath these and these, once you got underneath these, those buyers turned into sellers. So your sellers were here as low as here. And every time you came up here, it knocked his head off. Sell, 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 sell. Like literally every time you got in this box, it sold. It sold it off. So once again, you have to be mindful of this stuff. I'm not making this shit up. This is how we trade, all right? I'm sure some of y'all are like, damn, like, how did he find this? Is it true? Is it really true? It's history tells you everything you need to know. You see all these damn sellers stepping in? Every time you hit that box, it sold off. So once we got through it, guess what those sellers become? But buyers. All right. So yes, this is my buy zone. And look at this. I'm not making this shit up. Look at this. Came down to the buyer zone And what happened? Boom, blew them up. So once again, I do see us bringing it on down, right? But we have to be mindful that there are buyers in here. So yeah, it can hit in this area, and it can hit as low as, and I do think it's going to hit as low as here, trying to come and close this gap. So I do think it's going to try to get down here, but guess what? That's still a buyer zone. So as low as it wants to get, I know it's going to get low, but as low as it wants to get, it may even come down and do something like this. Hold on. Take this. It may come down and fake some people out. Oh, it closed below the buy zone. It's sellers now. And then boom, knock your head off. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's exactly what I'm expecting. And that move, I mean, it could take a while. I think we're gonna try to close the year out somewhere around here. So I think as the year spans out, I do think we're gonna try to close the year out around maybe I don't know 4,700. I don't think it's gonna go up here. Because yeah, that's too high. I mean, maybe we'll see. But I do think we're gonna try to close the year out somewhere up here. But we'll see. Like I said, who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna have to pay attention to current price action, and that'll let me know everything that I need to know. Right? Let me know everything that I need to know. So yeah, once again, that's the macro count. I'm gonna be looking for a lot of things. I'm gonna be looking for a lot of things to really to give us like some traction or some targets. So I'll be looking, I'll be trying to judge these guys here because these are sellers. So as you see, every time it comes up here, not every time, but you see it came up here. These are sellers. What happened? Big ass bearish engulfing candle. So once again, I'll be looking to see how this thing wants to play out. But right now, I do expect to move back a little bit more, just a little retrace. And then, yeah, I think we're going to finish this thing out because if you really look at it on the weekly chart, this is giving me wave one, two, one of three, two of three, three of three. I think we're going to get a fourth three back once again. Not even, I don't even think it can't come too far back because this is top of wave one of three. So the lowest I think we can get is about 42.22. Right? That's the lowest we can get near term. So I'm going to be expecting this wave three to continue to play out. So I do think we can get a wave four of three. And then what'll happen is we'll get a wave five of three, probably to this line. We'll break this line, five of three, right? And then we'll get a full wave four. Now, wave four can potentially come down and it can't touch here. So that's 41.14. So wave four can potentially come down as low as here. That'll give us 41.52 maybe. It can't come too low because the rule says you can't come here. So once again, I think it can come here, right? As a wave four. So that would have been wave one, two. Then I like to count out my wave three. So technically wave three would have been all of this, but I like to count out 5 waves of wave three. So wave one of three, two of three, three of three, four of three, five of three, and then you get wave four down. Then we'll get a wave five up. Okay. Wave five up. And then from there we'll be looking. And wave five up can take us into next year. That'll be because this is a weekly chart. So that'll take us into May of next year. And it may even take us to 5,000, right? Then we'll get an A, B, and then I'll be expecting a C down. And I'm expecting C to get ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting. As you see, that'll give us a beautiful head and shoulders. So I mean, these are reversal patterns and things like that. They play out. So, you just got to take your time, look and see how this stuff can play out. But these are the 5 waves I'm going to be looking for up. This is going to be my corrective wave down. Wave A could be even uglier than that. Because like I said, I'm expecting some stupid shit. I'm not to. But anyway, this is what I'm expecting, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna trade this thing up and down, 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 up and down. We're gonna make money, right? That's what we do. We have a 90% hit rate in the Discord group right now. Let's keep it rolling, right? Other than that, this has been another great STB Market Watch. Once again, congratulations to all my new people in the Discord group. I'm gonna make sure we keep winning and doing our thing. Everybody else, if you're not in, it's all good. Keep coming to the channel, comment, like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Show love. And don't forget to share my shit. All right, I do this because I love doing it. But hey, don't turn it into a job for me. Show some love, and I'm gonna keep showing some love back. All right. Until next time, I'm out.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.